Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage. Today we're going to be working on the ruined Roadster. So we've had this kind of tucked away for a month or so since we got the engine in and everything running and driving and moving on the property. But it needs a little bit more work to make it actually like road legal or road worthy. Some of the things we need to take care of is we're obviously converting it to 12 volt. We're going to have a 12 volt battery hooked up with the engine and all of the engine mechanical and electrical, but we need to go back and do the rest of the car. So part of that is getting headlights, taillights, all that stuff on that we're doing for the restyle. So what we're gonna do today is work on a headlight bar setup and getting some headlights mounted on the car. Again, with the style of this car, what I'm trying to do is much like you would see in a Don Montgomery book that is an early kind of dry lakes type car that's like World War II era, as I call it, which could be just before, just after, during, any of that kind of time frame. That's what we're going for with this. So looking at the old books and looking at a lot of the old Roadsters, a lot of them did sit kind of high. We are going to lower the car a little bit, but we're not going to go crazy with slamming the car or anything. But one of the things you saw with the headlight treatment, that's something that you look at these little details, it's what makes a car and kind of completes the theme. So one of the things you see is almost, I don't want to say all of them, but a lot of the cars, they were taking the original headlight bar and they were cutting it up and making it into a new standalone headlight bar, because the originals obviously would have mounted on the fenders through some of the fender braces. So we're going to work on today making an early style headlight bar setup out of this original 32 headlight bar and make something that looks cool and is also functions quite well and holds our headlights. So let's get started. All right, so if you are a purist, you may want to look away here. This is going to be graphic and not suitable for square children or adults that are square.
Please, no, no, please, don't, no, help, help.
All right, so got the bar cut, and these are the legs here that we took off, mounting feet. And a handful of the early photos I've looked at, I think the simplest way guys probably did it was, it looked like they set the feet like this, roughly, here. And that kind of gave like a forward motion to the bar, kind of puts it out in front. And then, wherever I put the bar at. Then the bar kind of, this is the first time I'm trying this, so I'm not sure exactly how it goes, but they basically kind of set the bar like that, some shape or form. And that was about the simplest way. It puts the headlights back out kind of where they were, and then it supports it underneath. Now the only thing I'm seeing here is we're into the stainless sleeve here, which I guess isn't a huge issue because I could weld to it. So I can also try and move it further out. But anyways, something like that would be pretty cool. Very simple, keeps it close to the grill. And then you just weld it so that it's rotated the correct orientation. Or we could mount something that's heated and bent and put it on the outside. Not quite sure, but I'm gonna stare. I actually like this style the best. Something like that. I think would actually be pretty cool. And what we can do is use these two original holes here that were for the fenders as kind of our locating spot, because that will give us, you know, we know that we're lined up on the frame and they will be at the same point if we start with that there and put a bolt through those. And then I may have to, and again, people are going to be cringing, I may have to drill a hole, one singular hole in the frame there.
Oh no!
Oh no! You ruined it! Ruined it! So, I did find carriage bolts in the bin, so that would have been nice. I think it goes
Yes.
like that. So, gotta center it up, the center bar. Right up there. Be able to hold it one side, or is it? It's gonna fall. And it's gonna roll forward. Yeah, so the cups are more flat.
Like that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And then I figure what I'll do is I'll pick a side I like the lowest side, tack it, and then the other one I'll cut and trim so it's not, because I just cut them off, so
Yeah.
they're probably not super straight. And it should be that I can weld it just on the edge of the black before it hits the stainless.
Yep. Yeah, both of them feel about a ½ inch from the stainless.
Yep, that's about right. Cool.
Take your time.
We can do this all day.
I know, just with it.
You know what? Why don't we put it on
That one.
that one? Yep.
I'm ready if you are. Oh man, that fly's crawling to my ankle.
I don't think you want to put your finger in it.
No.
Probably not.
That welds a lot nicer when it's not well contained.
Oh, I can let go, Jesus. Oh, my old
And
man.
stand up.
My
Good.
old man needs
How's
to
the centering look?
What do you think? My foot feels. I don't know if it's the paint burning off, but that shit stinks.
Yeah, it's that, I think it's like a filler primer or something they have. Yeah, I noticed that when I ground on it.
Probably better if it rolled the other way, because I got to fill this gap to blend it all in to make it look nice. So I'm putting way more heat on the front side.
Damn, that stinks.
All right, cool. Alright, so now we're going to test some headlights and see what we like. I've had these old black paint, nice black paint Guide 682Cs. These are the ones that kind of have a longer, deeper shape to them, and then they have the cool marker lights at the top. I have some on the Go to City Coupe. I love them, but I'm not quite sure on this car if these are right or not. So we're going to try these and look around, see what we like the best. Maybe I like these straight away. I don't know. I might like these straight away.
Mm-hmm.
Not like we're putting a modern light on. Cut the studs down like 4 inches and I'll probably need 4 more. Oh jeez, 3 more taken off.
Yeah.
They must have been on a truck before.
Oh, right.
They have real long studs because they go like through the fender and a fender bracket.
Right, it's got a bucket or a little stand or something underneath it, maybe.
Yeah, it might have.
Yeah.
Remember, again, same thing. I don't remember where we found these, but I remember. All right, so I don't think we have to go much further. I like these lights. I think I was hesitating because they are kind of like some of the most common headlights that are put on hot rods. And sometimes I opt for something a little different just to make the cars, you know, a little different, and I like rare parts. But in this instance, I think it works out very, very well. Again, it's kind of a timeless look doing that with the bar sitting kind of low, but not too low that it looks like a Rolling Bones car, which look awesome, but not what I'm going for on this. But that's just, for me, kind of a timeless look. And these lights, being the old black lacquer paint, they are perfect. They have little tiny scuff marks and very minor imperfections, but so does the car. So we're trying to kind of match the age of the car so everything looks nice, but when you get up close you can tell this is a car that has been on the road a little while. So that's kind of the theme we're going for. So now I got these lights on and I like them. I got to cut the studs down more. They must have been on a truck last of the studs. I already cut like 3 inches off the studs and they're still quite long, so I'm going to have to cut them a little further eventually. But most importantly, I got to take the bar off and sand it down a little more, get the old black paint off. This car, another evidence that this car, they were using what they could find. The headlight bar, this piece here is all pitted, and they just had it filled with like a filler primer and like probably 10 coats of lacquer paint, and it came off quite thick. So I sanded out some of the pits because this is a solid piece of metal. I got a lot of them out. Probably the rest of it just with a coat or two of epoxy primer would be fine. So what I'm going to do is sand the rest of the paint off, tape up our stainless portion here, spray it in epoxy primer, let it sit and dry and cure, and then we will spray it with some shiny black lacquer paint, and it'll be ready to put back on with the headlights and get the final look here with the new headlight setup. Hello.
Hi.
All right, so we're gonna try and test fit this, or fit the headlight bar. The only slight problem is I'm impatient and the paint's probably a little soft yet. We sprayed some gloss black lacquer so that kind of matches the frame and everything. And yeah, we're gonna give this a
what happens.
We're gonna give this a goosey. Let's seat it in there. Okay.
Alrighty, here goes.
The hole should line up pretty good. Fairly good.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just gonna start these.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Headlight me. Okay. Now we just gotta get the angle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the look I was going for. Now we're just gonna take the tape off and
Oh yeah, expose the color.
get a knife. Get a razor blade. Dummy.
Uh-huh.
When I did the headlight bar on my 32 Roadster, I would have used a razor blade, you dumbass. Wiping Cheeto dust off of her.
Yeah.
Off of the shirt. This guy's an idiot. Ruined the 32 Roadster and he doesn't even know how to take tape.
Doesn't even know how to take masking tape off.
It's like a lingerie thing. You're doing it slow, you know.
That's
Just
it.
she put a lot of work into it.
Exactly. You take your time. It's alright.
Yeah. Boom.
Nice.
Oh yeah. That's the look right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, so got the headlight bar all done. I ended up painting it, like we mentioned, with some black lacquer. Paint, gloss black lacquer that I think actually matches the rest of the car pretty nicely. Polished out the headlights just a little bit to get the shine back in them. They're just dusty and dirty. Yes, they have some little dings and chips and things in it, but so does the car. The car's not perfect. It was painted supposedly in like the 70s. So overall, I think the parts we're picking and the way we're doing this all kind of matches and it looks appropriate. So that was kind of a basic way to do this. I've actually never done one of these before, this style bar. Just looking at all the old Don Montgomery books and old Dry Lakes photos and early hot rodding photos, trying to figure out which type of headlight bar I like the best. And I kind of noticed that probably one of the more common ones I was seeing, other than kind of cobbled together homemade jobs, were these ones where it looked like they just cut the ends off, turned them around, and gave the kind of bar like a forward going fast kind of look. Really like that. And after a little bit of welding and sanding, we got it sitting on here and it fits really good. Only small modifications I did is, yes, I did have to drill 2 new holes for the mounts in the frame. Very, very small. Actually, everything's hidden. The extra hole from the fender is hidden underneath of the feet. and I think when it's all together, it all looks bright. Anyways, I don't really care otherwise, but we're trying to keep the major modifications overall to the car down to the bare minimum, just for the era if somebody would have been building this car with very minimal tools. So now that we have the headlights on, next thing's probably going to be the taillight situation. Trying to get some of these little projects done, because then we're going to have Steve jump in and do some wiring on the car. We converted it, like I mentioned, 12 volt, and he's going to run all the wiring and everything for the headlights. We're going to put turn signals into these marker lights here, which is another reason I chose these. We already have an old turn signal stalk that we're going to restore and put in it that looks correct. And by the end, we should have some taillights, turn signals, all that stuff on the car, and it'll all just look like it was meant to be. So very fun little project, and we're starting to move forward on the green 32 Roadster. So let me know what you think of the new headlight setup down below in the comments, and catch you guys in the next one. See ya.